So after staying in Belgrade, Serbia for about 3 months, my tourist visa expired, and I continued on my journey to see the Balkans and teach English online. So because I am a digital nomad, I decided to go to Sarajevo, Bosnia. I ended up staying in a VRBO, which is an app that allows you to rent apartments in the downtown. So I stayed there and I started exploring the city about on the second day I got there. I was so tired on the first day. When I first made it there, the air was very different in Sarajevo. You can just smell and feel it, that it is a bit polluted. And I think it's because Sarajevo is a city that's high in the hills, but it's also between a valley. So the air sort of gets stuck there from all the traffic and the cars. When I walked around the city, I noticed that it was very European, but it did have some Islamic influence and Turkish and Middle Eastern influence. You see the mosques, but you also see these European-esque buildings. And I was a practicing Muslim at the time, so I would go around and pray at the different mosques. I also got to see the place where the Archduke was killed, so the start of World War I, that's where it happened in Sarajevo, and that was cool to see. Going around the city, it's very hilly, so as you walk almost anywhere in the city, you're going to be walking up hills, and that gets very tiring. But the reward is you can find nice cafes and stuff to have nice views. In Bosnia, this was the first time I ever got to ride cable cars, and that's why I look so excited and happy to do it, because it was really cool for me. Now, I came to Bosnia, Sarajevo, completely by myself. I did not know anybody there. I did not go to meet anybody there. I did not go with any other intention than just to travel and explore. And so that's why I look so happy and excited in these pictures, because for me, it's amazing coming from Monroe, Louisiana, all the way to this foreign country and exploring by myself. When you make it to the top of where the cable cars are, there's like this cafe / tourist shop where you can, buy coffee, look out on the balcony, that sort of thing. After doing that, there wasn't much else to do up there, so I went down. And in Bosnia, or at least in Sarajevo, there are a lot of restaurants and bars. I got really fucking drunk at this bar, and I got so hammered I had a hangover. But I would have cevapi in the morning for breakfast and everything would be okay. I met some Americans who were there. They worked for the embassy and for USAID, and I just had Thanksgiving dinner with them. This coincided with Thanksgiving time. Other times in Sarajevo, I would just walk around the city and look at the sights. Bosnia is an interesting place because you'll see so many different types of buildings and types of people walking around. You'll see a woman in a full niqab and then some girl with the miniskirt on. The weather was off and on during my time there. Some days it will be really sunny. Some days it will be cloudy and overcast. There was a little bit of snow, and the first time I saw a little bit of snow ever in my life was actually in Sarajevo. And I would go and pray sometimes in the morning at the mosque next to my house, but I never heard the adhan in my neighborhood. In fact, I can count only on a handful of times I heard the adhan in Sarajevo. I don't know if it was because of COVID or something like that. I don't know. As you walk around Sarajevo, you see so many of those white tombstones, and that's because of the people that died in the siege there and maybe other wars. Listen, I was born in 1990, so I wasn't conscious when the Yugoslav broke up, so I'm not going to get into the politics. I went hiking with my friend Ferris. He's Bosnian, and he's the owner of the apartment. That's how I got to meet him. And he took me up on the hills, and I see that people in Sarajevo like to go hiking on the weekends. In the city, there's really not that much else to do, but hiking seems to be very popular there, and it's very beautiful. And the air up here is completely different. When you look down from these mountains and hills, you can't even see the city. That's how much smog and clouds there are in the city. Ferris was really cool. We hiked for quite a bit, walked around, took some pictures. I saw some snow and got excited again because snow always touches me. It's interesting to see. But I couldn't walk. Even though I was wearing these Timberland boots, I was slipping and sliding everywhere. But I had a really good time, and I really like hiking a lot. And I also drank from this fountain. They say if you drink from that fountain, you're destined to return. So hopefully I will return, but fate only knows. This is the view of the city when you drive through it. It's a lot like this. The food in Sarajevo was really good. They have really good pizza. I used to order a lot of pizza, a fried chicken salad. Of course, I ate cevapi and stuff. But after some time, I decided to come back to Belgrade, and I really enjoyed Bosnia.